my intro. Here. Group. Biking News Canada. Post. Okay, that's going. All right. Hello, Mama Iron Ranger. And hello, Mr. Green Thumb out of Ottawa. How's everyone today? Bob's back. Biker News Canada. Sorry about the day off yesterday. Crazy weather day in southwestern Ontario where I was working. Unbelievable. 60 kilometers an hour all the way from Petrolia back to London. 3 hours. 3 hours, man. And clutching that steering wheel like, man, oh man, it was whiteouts. The squalls come right off Lake Huron, right across that highway. Now I understand why 402 gets closed down a lot, because that snow blows right across there like a bugger. Hey, Grant, thanks for dropping in, bro. And Kurt also. Thank you guys, everybody, for dropping in, all y'all. And like you say, my shows are better with you guys. I really dig you guys coming along. So it's in Canada anyway. We're calling it Remembrance Day. I think it's Veterans Day down stateside. Is that correct, Mom Iron Ranger? Cut my hand while I was working today. Damn furnaces. They bit me. So listen, before we get going, keep in mind, contact me on social media, private messaging. Order the book. You want the signed copy. So what I've been doing is I'm getting the book and the patch for $40. And then I sign the book to you. I throw the patch in the mail. It goes bada bing, bada boom. You receive it. So, or it's $30 for the book alone. And Mama Iron Ranger, I still haven't fucked around my PayPal. I've been busy. But if we have to, we'll do snail mail and checks and whatever. I don't mind. Did you see any trucks in the ditch? I seen 3 cars in the ditch. And yeah, it was pretty slippery in places, man. The good thing my car's got, 4-wheel drive all the time, all-wheel drive, and I can go down to 4-wheel low. And that's how I drove home the whole damn way, 4-wheel low. Good evening, So Loud, all the way from North Carolina, brother. Much respect for dropping on by. I dig it. Thank you, bro. We're talking about some veterans and some military motorcycle clubs up here in Canada tonight because it's Remembrance Day or Veterans Day down your ways. So that's what I thought we'd talk about. Now, if you've been watching my show for any amount of time, you see me do tons of interviews with active active member clubs or whatever you want to call them, right? So I'm gonna go in the library. Oh, so another update. While I'm doing me a little look through. Don and I spoke again. He doesn't think he's going to be able to get his system to work for us on StreamYard. So that's okay. That's okay. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to do the interview on Zoom and I'm going to record it. And then I'm going to play it back live on a Thursday night. And then I'll talk to you guys in the chat as we watch the interview together. So that's how we're going to handle it. We're still going to hear what he's got to say. He said he's got a few things he'd like to set the record straight on. I'm sure he does. I'm 100% sure he's got stuff he wants to set the record straight. So we're going to give him his time to do so. I think it's only right. Now, like I say, since I've been starting to do these interviews, I've done tons and tons of interviews and people from the veterans and from military clubs themselves. Actually, one of my favorite interviews is one I did with Jeremy from the Commandos. Okay, what's going on here? What am I doing wrong? I'm messing up here. There we go. That's what I'm trying to look at. Whoo, buddy. So here's one I did with Julia, and they were doing the thing in Perth County, Ontario, and they put military veterans banners off the street posts through the downtown section of their town, Perth, Ontario. You know what I mean? So we did a good interview with her. Now we're going to come on back over here because, yes, I am talking about the 20th. Good. That's another interview I just lined up. Beautiful. We're going to have Cycle Drag on the Thursday, the 20th. Is the 20th Thursday? How can that be? Maybe it is. Let me have a quick look. Sorry, guys. May as well figure all this stuff out. Yep, next Thursday. So next Thursday, I'm going to have Cycle Drag, and he said 3 of them will be available for Cycle Drag's interview. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy about that. And then this Thursday, so I'll do the thing with Don Norris, before the show Thursday night, and then I'll play it back at 8 p.m. with you guys in the chat. Hey, panel first, you know what you're talking about. You know, bro, hit that like button. Post on Harley. Oh, absolutely, I'm going to post on Harley. Yeah, I told him I'm doing the interview. He gave me the old thumbs up emoji because, hey, man, I think it's a good thing. Okay, where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Here's what the guys from Perth do. See those banners? Isn't that cool? I think that's a really, really cool idea. So they do that all through their small town up there. Like you say, Perth, Ontario. It's north of where I am, but it's under Lake Huron, right? So they're out all year round raising money so they can buy those little those banners and stuff and have them printed with the soldier's name and his rank and all that stuff. And like what a cool idea. So, and they received a big email from a veteran who's very happy about what they're doing, right? To remember, you're going to have a fist fight with my other monitor, I tell you. It's going down. Damn thing. It's flickering and it's jibbling. My, oh my. Your browser lost connection to your screen share audio. Did you guys lose me? It doesn't seem like it. You're down in Clinton by Goderich. Lake Huron does it. Oh, okay. So maybe it's all through Perth County then. That'd be even cooler. Even cooler. So, yeah, man, that makes a lot of veterans real happy, stuff like that. And, you don't got to be a World War II veteran to be a veteran anymore. Good. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys. And then what else do? We did another one called the Iron Fist. I think that they're a military club. They're an MC. We did the Commandos. They're an MC. Now, we've spoken a bunch of times to Rob from the Huron Legion Riders. So inside the Legion itself, they have a group that's I guess more or less a riding club. But I don't want to say the wrong thing unless I'm sure. But I think that's kind of what it is. Now, there's someone else that was asking me to share something. It was you, wasn't it, Grant? No, it wasn't Grant. Who the heck was it now? Oh, it was this guy right on top. No, that's Cycle Drag. Oh wait. No, that's Welland County MC. So it's Welland County MC I set up the interview with for next Thursday, all three of them again. Okay. And they're going to give us an update and let us know what they're getting planned up for 2026 at the Welland County Speedway. Is it this fella? Where is it? They're starting a Veterans Club, and he just asked me to promote it for him. And I will find it. God darn it. Where did you go? Who was it? Paul. Was it Paul? No. It was Michael Young. That's who it is, my friend. Okay. So he asked me to share this with you guys. I think this is it's gonna be a new chapter up around Huntsville and a 2-hour circumference from Huntsville. So if you're interested, let me get that on the screen. Canadian Veterans MC. So it's an MC as well. And they're going to do the MC stuff. Scott Byrne, get to see him, my brother. Always a pleasure. So, accept the cookies. Yes. So if you happen to be up around the Huntsville area and you're a veteran and you're looking for an MC to join, you could get in on the brand new chapter of the Canadian Veterans MC. Again, it's based kind of around the Huntsville area. And this club already exists. And I think, actually, I'm pretty much 100%. I've had these guys on for an interview also. See where the chapters are. Uh-oh. Central Ontario. So this is one in Cambridge. And then you can contact whatever chapter you're closest to if you're interested in meeting these guys. And so there's one there. The Canadian Veterans MC. Some are MCs, some are RCs. And there's lots of stuff going on. There's a place for everyone. Yeah, exactly, Kurt. Exactly, bro. There's always a place for everyone, man. That's a great way to put it. And all these guys, you know, it's all good people. And then, of course, we did the interview with the guys who did, it was called last year The Highway of Heroes. This year they changed the name to it. And was that the Iron Fist? No, that was some other. Then we did the Iron Fist. So we've had lots of, and I don't have any military connection, but the club life and military seems like you really understand each other. And of course, you know, how many clubs came to be because of the guys that were coming back from the war, right? So it seems like I'm on the same wavelength for some reason with a lot of the veterans and the soldiers, stuff like that. So yeah, so that's Michael Young. And he's the guy doing the Veterans MC I just showed you. And they've got chapters in the US and Ireland and all that stuff. So there you go. We got you on there, Mike. I did it for you, bro. And who else have we had? Nice. Yeah, so and those guys were raising money for they're doing the tiny homes in Kingston, Ontario for homeless vets. I like that. I don't have a team no more, bro. And then the guys on the team I used to be on, I don't think they're very fond of me anymore either. So it's the way it goes, right? I'm at that age where I just kind of don't give an F anymore. Why would I, man? I see guys, they send me the stupid messengers through YouTube, and it's like, well, how come so and so said you were a blah 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 back before blah blah? And it's like, I don't know why somebody said anything that they said. Like, why don't you just ask me outright? I've already done a show about it. I'm not going to talk about shit no more. If you don't want to watch the channel, just don't watch it. It's pretty simple. I won't miss, you know what I mean? If it's a guy who's going to bust my ass anyway, I won't miss him from the chat or anything, right? We all get in the chat. We have a good time with each other. And Scrap Iron, are you a veteran, bro? Or Panelverse? I thought one of you, or So Loud, I thought one of you cats was. Maybe not. Maybe I just got that impression. So I guess the main point of the story in the show tonight is let's keep on doing what we do and support the veterans. And if we see a veteran MC or a military MC doing a show, see if we can go by and attend it and show them some love and support that way. Whatever it takes out there. Keep these guys riding. Keep them going on two wheels. Keep their clubs alive. You know what I mean? It's important to keep all these different motorcycle clubs alive, I think, because it's not just a 1%er world anymore in Canada. There's an MC, there's an RC, there's a whatever the hell you want to be world anymore. And I think that's a better way to do motorcycles, or just nobody wear a patch. You know what I mean? Just hang out with your buddies. I know, but I was on the support. Yeah. From the other cup. Nothing. I don't know what's going to happen in London because they got the keepers and they got the one order. Is that what they're called? One order? Yeah. And they got some other things going on. Yeah, and Reds inside. And you know what? Since everything happened in 02, it's been kind of a here and go, touch and go chapter for that club anymore. Oh, Fire Street. That's interesting. Hello, Mountain Woman. Good to see ya. Mainline and bike riding age. And switch. Yeah, there's some weird things I hear. I hear a lot more than I say on air. Hello, Gary. Thanks for joining us, bro. I really do appreciate you. Love to see you guys. And Mountain Woman, too. Just doing a quick show about all the veteran clubs and the military MCs and all that, you know. I appreciate that, Kurt, bro. I really do. And thinking, you know, we got to keep these clubs going. We got to help them raise their money. We got to see if we can help get the whatever homeless veterans there are off the streets. If they're building tiny houses for them and they get occupied as fast as they can build them, then obviously there's a lot more than I was ever aware of. So that's kind of where I'm at with the angle I'm taking with the show is let's keep on going with the support out there for our veterans who really need it. Because the government doesn't seem to hold up their end of the bargain, man. And we should never have a veteran on the street. Even if it's because of mental illness, we should not have any veterans on the streets. If they got mental illness, somebody should house them, take care of them, and see if they can fix them, man. You can't send a guy out when he's 18 and, you know, basically the same as everyone else, and he comes home and he's seen shit, and all of a sudden, you know, and then just leave them. You can't do that to people. Then they wonder where the addiction comes in and the rest of it. And then, of course, the homelessness and all the other crap that seems to just boom, 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 one thing after the other. So if you ever killing time or whatever, go through the back library. And I'm still transferring my interviews over to Patreon in the free section. So I just got to sit down and click and get it all over there, right? And so there'll be lots of stuff if you want to follow Biker News Ken on Patreon in the free section. You don't have to pay nothing if you don't want to. I'm with you on that one, Kurt. That's what I was just doing, was loosening up when I had packed away from earlier today. I like to pack a few away before I start my day, if you know what I'm saying. Because I got an hour drive and then I'm going back to Sarnia again tomorrow. So an hour drive each way minimum. So, yeah, you got to do something for that hour. That's government for you. Yeah, you got that right, Mom Iron Ranger. So it's the government. They want all the money to go in the rich people's pockets because the rich people then fund their bullshit and they retain their power, and on it goes, and it never changes. Blue, red, in between, independent, Muslim communist guy. I don't even know how they worked that out. He's a Muslim communist. Okie dokie. And whatever it is, right? I like to see that guy catch on from New York City and see a big, huge, sweeping change through the United States and how they govern places. Wouldn't that be interesting? I honestly think it would. So yeah, so go check out, especially the interview I did with Jeremy for the Commandos. That guy did a phenomenal interview. He's like boom, boom, boom. He was right there, and I think I joined their group and all that. So I stay in kind of loose contact with them and share their posts and do that stuff. So they're out there. They got a Facebook group if you're interested. Who do you think are the wealthy? Nobody in government by any means. Who do I think is the wealthy? Well, the 1% that's got all the money, right? The, the, the guys that are going to be trillionaires next month. That Peter Thiel guy, all those weird guys that have all the money because they're spying on us or because they bought a platform called X and they bought an electric car company. He's going to be a trillionaire next year, that guy, the old Elon. And he's still right on the AI farms and how much damage and crap they're going to do to our, to the places where they're located. There's a lot of weird things that are coming down at us that we don't even know about because they're not really talking that openly and publicly about it. And it's just going to find out. I think they're putting one of those AI farms outside of a really poor city or something like that in southern states. And it doesn't make sense to anyone except for them because they can just blow the people over with their false promises and then breaking the rules. And if they need a regulation change, they'll just pay for it. Nobody in government, no financial struggle. They're protected. That was going to take care of it. You never lose. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm sure the States is just like Canada. If the longer they hold office, the bigger the pension is. But even if you only hold this office for a short term, you've got a brilliant pension or package until you die. So there's money, there's health care, and all that stuff until they put you in the ground. And how many politicians die of cancer? Not that many. Not that many. Yeah, you got that right. They're all garbage. Price of living going up, chance of living is coming down. That's a good way to put it, Scrap, man. I haven't heard that one yet. It's getting like that, isn't it? But anyway, on our um, on our Remembrance Day and our Veterans Day, make sure you think about them guys, and like you say, let's see what we can do next summer and keep their clubs and the events that they put on happening. Now tomorrow I'm going to try to get some research done and bring you guys another one of those true crime stories. Problem is when I'm working through the day, I don't got time to do my research for the evening show. You know what I mean? Or if it's a long day, anyway. I've had a couple long days in a row, but they're not all long days. Here's a print banner, people. Guardian of the Children. And I got to talk to Mr. Gwendon soon and see when he wants to come and give us an update interview. I got a feeling it'll be soon. Southern Cruisers. Where are all them interviews? It must be way, way back in there. I'm just kind of looking on my other screen. Okay, so there's the guys from the Highway Hero guys. Highway Heroes anymore. Okay, come on, buddy. Why didn't I share this tab instead? I asked. Oh, because I didn't do the share the tab thing. Da, da, da. So it's George and Doug. What? It's gonna from Highways of Heroes. No. Oh, okay. So this is the other one. This is the Highway of Heroes run in Nova Scotia. These cats are, and that's George and Doug. So that's another good interview I did. And again, they're out there doing their thing for veterans, and especially the ones that are shaking it rough. Who else do we got? So we do got lots and lots of interviews with vet clubs and MCs, military MCs and stuff. So I think that's what I'm gonna do this week. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to get a short enough day I can do a research and find another true crime story because I like those. And then Thursday I'm gonna try to get the Don Morris interview taped during the day, and then we'll play it back together Thursday night. And hopefully, I think of all the questions. And you know what? If you guys wanted to, you can shoot me questions you like to ask Don about the original Satan's Choice on through the comments. You know, when the show's closed and you guys comment that way, then I'll see them. And then we did this. What's that? It's loud. It's crazy. The Iron Fist motorcycle group. They were a good bunch of cats. We had 3 or 4 of the dudes, and I took a bunch of shorts out of it already. So yeah, we got lots of good stuff to look at as far as the interviews go. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. When I chop this house away from me, I'm chopping all my bills, man. So all of a sudden, my monthly nut gets smaller, and now I'm working a little more and keep the thing going, keep the channel going. This channel's going to start making me money sooner than later, and I'll be on a bike next summer, man, one way or the other. Hey, Rick, how you feeling, bro? Back down to the condo. Well, that's all right. A smoked old-fashioned whiskey. Hey, mouth of the South, good to see you, man. Good to see you. What did you? I got back from the War Memorial House, put my poppy on Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Many were doing the same, lest we forget. Right on, Grant. Did you live up? That's in Ottawa, right? The Unknown Soldier. That's where that crazy guy shot and killed the guy who was guarding the Unknown Soldier a few years back, eh? That was a crazy old story. Like biker, I will like this. Uh-oh. That'll teach him. That happens. It does happen. See, the thing is, bro, the real truth, he wasn't wearing the rival vest. He was wearing the rival club support clothes. But I did that story already, man. You got to come in and go with the flow what I'm doing that day. Don't come in and start shooting headlines at me like I'm gonna change my show midstream, right? Just hang out. We'll get to it. I've done I've done this show, and again, he wasn't wearing the rival vest, but yeah, you are in Ottawa, right on, Grant. But yeah. So anyway, back to where I was. I didn't really have anything scripted or in mind. I just wanted to kind of remind everyone that there's lots of back things in the back issues of like I say, interviews and talks with military clubs and veterans clubs, because bikers and veterans go hand in hand. And how many bike nights I ran out of Legion's parking lots, right? I don't know. He comes in every show and kind of starts shooting all this crap at me. Anything that he's seen, it's all just he's googling biker news because that's what I do too. That's what everyone who does biker news on YouTube does. You Google biker news and you see what's in the news, but there's nothing in there that's recent, and there's nothing in there that's interesting. So, and again, it's my show. You know me. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it my way. Talking about the unknown soldier, a couple of those Iron Fist guys led the major ride from Kingston down through to Ottawa, past the unknown soldier, into the main burial for a Canadian. Today, Rick, that would have been a good ride. It'd be chilly out there today, but that'd be a cool ride, eh? And good on them for doing it. I remember when the Outlaws would fight with the Queensmen in Windsor. That's funny, eh? All them years ago. And now, and then down the road, there was always kind of standoffish, but not get down as soon as you see them anymore. And at the end of the day, I like the guys in the Queensmen, man. They're cool guys. There's just because it's a different patch, it's that mentality, different patch mentality, makes you kind of wonky, right? And if you're into it and you're into it and you're living it, and that's all you're hearing for the last 10 or 12 years, and then you're into it, right? Don't give people like that attention. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, you're right. I don't have to respond, do I? Ask Don if he remembered egg roll. Ed donated original choice in Ottawa. Okay. Custom painting, race boats, cars, Harley Davidson, lots of the choice got Eddie to paint their bike. Okay, so his street name was Egg Roll and his real name was Ed. Okay, I'm with you on that one, Grant. I appreciate it. Yeah, the Queensmen are still around. Yep. One around Windsor, one around London. And I'm not sure, maybe one around Chatham, but I'm not 100% on that one. But we'll sat back and watch. Yeah. Well, they weren't involved. Queensmen good dudes. Yeah, they are good dudes. I like them. They're just fine guys. And Ed. Okay, so Ed Doyette Egg Roll. Okay, I got you, Grant. Well, it shouldn't have had Choice and Outlaws at the same time in Windsor because the Windsor chapter of the Choice turned into Outlaws. That was basically how the Outlaws came to Canada. Was Windsor, Ottawa, Sault Ste. Marie, a few of the chapters from the Choice, but not enough to get the whole club over. You know what I mean? Because the club might have, if the whole club had to win Outlaws in '77, then Harley wouldn't be making up a new version right now. You never know. It might have died on the vine then. Biker groups started with veterans way back when. Hell's Angels, a flying group, one camaraderie. Well, that's what I figured, right, Rick? I figured that it's a good tie-in. Obviously, bikers and soldiers get each other's way of thinking, and the original clubs. I said that before you came tonight. Was all founded by veterans and guys getting back from various wars, right? See, Los Bravos might be back in Allies. I did see a post about that too. They do it every year. Okay. Oh, so they don't do it in November. Good. So good, because we had Iron Fist on for an interview earlier this year. So we must have spoke about that because I try to get the guys on before their big event, whatever the big event for the summer is, right? People like that hate being ignored. Yep, you got that right. Now with the comments, usually. We have Horsemen in Ridgetown. The Horsemen. I think they're in Windsor now too. Huh. Wonder if that's an MC or an RC. Because there's an 81 support up in Sarnia, and I thought their name had something to do with horse. But I'm not 100%. I can't remember now because they were bumping heads. I think with the OLs in Sarnia this summer a bit. Now Windsor has Iron Horse, Hells, Queensman, Bad Examples, in the Brotherhood. That's not a bad mix. Now I talk a little bit with a couple of the guys from the Bad Examples, and they seem like a good group. I like what they do. They are an MC. Okay. Okay. That's cool. Is that the same group I'm thinking of in Sarnia that's an 81 support? Or is that a whole different club again? No, no, no. We're not going to do that, bro. We're not going to start with throwing shit at each other like that, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like the Bad Examples. They do the concert and all that stuff. Why related to Mike in London? So that is the same club in Sarnia. Okay, okay. Now I'm with you. And I know Bad Examples is an 81 support. I imagine most of the riding clubs and other clubs are 81 support in Windsor because, from what I understood, after they got moved in and the big patch over and all that, they grew that chapter up pretty good. So some fairly important guys came out of Windsor. That truck guy that got hit there in Burlington at the Mandarin, he came from the Windsor chapter. That much I know. But they got him for whatever thing. I don't know, man. That's a problem, eh? You want to get in with these big clubs and the international clubs. Got to understand how they Got to understand how they are deep down inside, and when things have to be done, they're done. That's how she goes. Yeah, yeah. Let's not worry about it, bro. You did have the leader on here, Graham. Yeah, yeah. That was it, Rick. Yeah, I know you've watched most of the interviews over the time I've been rolling. Well, I don't know who Diaz is, but I know Truck, allegedly and all that shit because the court case fell apart for the Crown. Yeah. And but Truck was one of the co-accused, right? And McQuicklum or whatever, that was his last name, and he was living at that point in Oakville, just outside, where the rich people from Mississauga live. And, we all saw the story. He got clipped there at the Mandarin in the parking lot one night, and that was it. Oh, I know that name. Yes, yes. And he was one that rolled, right? Yes, was he the guy that rolled? And that Niagara clubhouse, I was in there once for a meeting. Obviously I was still in the club I was in, and they had a pretty nice setup out there in Niagara Falls, which was such a shame. Okay, different guy. Okay, it was a Dave something, wasn't it? Dirty Dave, maybe. But back when I was in the club I was in, we had St. Catharines and Niagara Falls all locked down, and they were our towns, and they were fun towns. They were a good time. You know what I mean? Okay, I get you, bro. Nah, don't sweat it, Kurt. Smoke another one, my brother. Smoke another one. That's all. Right. So that's how they ended up from Niagara, and then that's why he was living in Oakville, et cetera, et cetera. So and it's none of my business, and they never said what chapter he was a part of when that thing at the Mandarin happened, right? So not that it makes any difference. And then one of the other co-accused, about a year before that, they got him coming out of a gym, so his normal workout day, and then the other co-accused, that came from my city. Um, I think that they've been bang at him a few times, but they haven't connected. And I think he's somewhere else now, but he's still in the inn, as far as I know. So, but then again, who knows? This is all what the cops are telling the newspapers to tell us. You know, yeah, who knows what the real story is and who's involved and what's involved. But I think, you know, reading the cards where they are, there's some fellas that like pasta that when the things are rolling, don't throw a branch in the spokes. They like things to just keep on rolling, nice and smooth, nice and low, nice and quiet, and just do what they're doing. You know, then they can go stop at the bakery and have an espresso and have a nice day and go maybe play some cards. You know what I mean? Not a bad way, not a bad life. I met a few of the old timers when I lived in Toronto, and they were fucking brilliant guys, man. They were cool guys. The one guy was involved in back in the 70s, and they did a movie called The French Connection. Well, he was one of the guys who was actually rounded up and convicted of it, man. He was a cool old guy. They claim in the Greek from Montreal he just got clapped with a shot calling dirty. Yeah. Yeah. So are you watching Crafty One or are you watching that Bernstein guy? Now, personally, I like Crafty One because he's a fellow Canadian and he lives in Quebec. And he translates those crazy Quebec newspapers to us. Yeah. Guelph's another one of the retirement towns, Kurt. 100% it is. What's going on? Hello, Paul. Good to see you, brother. Well, I started doing a show about veterans and motorcycle military MCs, et cetera, et cetera. And we just wandered into the woods, into the weeds. Hey, man, no problem, brother. Anytime. That's why I took my time and tried to interview as many military and veteran clubs as I could. Because, veterans and bikers, they mesh, and it's always my utmost respect. You know what I mean? Always my utmost respect. Well, the mafia doesn't exist, but I met some cool guys. That's what I know. Kirk, you kill me, bro. Oh, you kill me, brother. Don't stress it, man. It's been every show since what couple weeks now, So it is what it is. we No sense getting excited. Bob, did you look into me and see my claim to fame? Mainstream media like Crime Boss or Man of the Poor. Did I look that up? You sent me some links, I think. I'm not sure if I looked it up. Send them to me again if you think of it tonight, bro. But you know what, dudes? I'm gonna wrap her up for this evening. Go make some supper. I got off the road and decided I'd come and do the show. So the show's been showed. And everybody, let's keep in mind the veterans and the military clubs, and we'll continue support in the next summer. And all you military and veterans clubs out there, Iron Fist and Commandos, and all you good clubs out there, keep on doing what you're doing, and we'll keep on supporting you. And thanks for dropping in, everyone. Much love, and I'll be back tomorrow. Good night, guys. Love you.